Hi, everyone. Welcome to Our Disabled Future, a series where disabled voices lead the way. I'm your host, Nico, and it is a good day for disability inclusion. Each day, during Disability Pride Month and beyond, I'm amplifying real disabled stories, where we are, where we want to go, and how the heck we're going to get there. Together, I hope. Today, I'm thrilled to be joined by Yo. Let's dive in. Hi, thank you for joining me.
Hi, it's an honor to be here.
Tell us about yourself and about your disabled life.
Well, my name is Yo, and I'm a South Korean adoptee that was adopted to Sweden by a white Swedish couple. And my main disability is late life, late or adulthood diagnoses of essentially AuDHD, ADHD, and autism spectrum disorder. I've dealt with a lot of mental disability or mental health issues in my life, from depression or depressive symptoms, and a lot of it has caused a lot of issues for me. And now being late diagnosed with AuDHD, a lot of my issues and struggles seem to kind of make sense. And most of my life revolves around most of my disabled life revolves around energy management, honestly, and sensory management. Because I've been diagnosed so late and been medicated so late, I am what I would, what a lot of what I've been calling energy energy debt, because as many of us know, we use energy from day to day, and I do not know yet how to still um, replenish that energy. I've kept borrowing energy from an infinite amount of futures just to keep going from day to day. Medication now has made things a lot easier, but I'm still in debt, just like a lot of people are in a student debt that like from school. And it's gonna take a while for me to repay that. And it's been a really difficult journey trying to help people understand in my surroundings, the ones who are supposed to help me, how they can help me, because they don't understand what I mean by energy. Because what they see is, oh, but you have so much time because you're unemployed, you don't have any education, or you're not doing anything during the day. Yeah, and I'm just laying here on the couch. Yeah, and I'm so overwhelmed by everything I need to do, but that I just can't. And that in of itself takes energy. And then also struggling with my disability life is finding places to work where I can actually function. Something that I struggle with the most is right now, I need headsets. I need a headset when I'm out and about in the world, outside of my apartment, outside of my little world and my cat, just to be able to function. And a lot of places don't accept that I need that accommodation because it's seen as rude or I'm isolating myself. And the best way I've tried to describe this is, think of neurotypicals as having a sieve. They can filter out everything that is unnecessary. You make a bowl of pot, you cook a pot of pasta, then you strain out the water. The water is not necessary for the pasta that you're making. The pasta is the thing that's important. They catch the thing that's important and get rid of the stuff that's not important. My sieve, my strainer doesn't have a mesh net. My headset allows me to gives me that mesh net to be able to catch the important things rather than letting everything through.
I really like these comparisons and analogies that you're making. A sieve without a mesh net is just a pot, isn't it?
It's just a rim. It's just a ring of metal. So nothing. It's useless.
Yo, thank you for that answer. I love what you said about borrowing energy from an infinite number of futures just to function. That's really accurate imagery. Thank you.
I've sat and thought about this a lot because I've had to think of ways to make my situation understandable to people who don't live my reality.
Thinking about that, what does a disability-friendly future look like for you? What would have to happen to make your external environment, I guess I'll say, more accommodating to you?
Well, honestly, being allowed or having the understanding and being allowed the accommodations needed, such as me needing headphones to function because I can't on my own filter out everything that makes this world noisy. Because no, we can't shut out all of the noise from the world, but we can have tools that make that easier. It's kind of hard to shut out the world, but and shut the world off, make it quiet. That's that's a bigger issue. What we can do on a person-to-person basis is allowing them accessibility, access to tools that they have found works to focus the vision, their focus, their ability to be present, such as my headphones. Yes, if for many neurotypicals, for instance, it looks rude and it makes me seem unapproachable. And I've come with a compromise. I can have one headphone off, I can have low to no music, and that will be my compromise because then I still get some safety, I still get some filter. But no, that's not even that is okay. As for whatever else, honestly, nighttime accessibility would be great for me because I'm not sure if I'm alone, but I have seen a pattern of a lot of people who are neurotypical, or not neurotypical, I mean neurodivergent, who are night owls and function better during the night hours. So I think it has to do with the fact that the world is generally quieter at that time. But in my case, where I'm also living, we don't have a lot of 24/7 marts, for instance. So let's say we are so all of a sudden, oh fuck, I am hungry and there's nothing open. And it's 3 a.m. and I do not have the energy to cook and I have no snacks. Okay, I guess I gotta wait until 10 a.m. then.
You phrased that really well. Thank you for helping me understand what it's like to be a night owl and that difficulty.
Yeah, it's also for me, I also end up being very much of a night owl because a lot of my friends are in the States.
Hmm.
So
For the time zone difference?
yes, because I'm 6 hours ahead of the States. And but yeah, generally I've always find that I function better at night. One, especially when it's summertime, I overheat really easily. It's a lot colder at night. And during the day, some reason I just don't vibe with it, to use more modern slang. I just feel myself have more energy once it passes 4 p.m.
That's reasonable.
Uh, hmm
Go ahead.
And if any of my friends are watching this, they can confirm. I do not function before 10 a.m. in the morning. I am either a zombie or I am a murder machine. Do not try to get me up before that.
That's a vivid description.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, you've talked a little bit about what you could do and what compromises you make to function in the world, in your environment. And you talk about how better acceptance might make your future just a little bit easier. What's your strategy for building that disability friendly future? For example,
Well,
oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, well, for me, I am, of course, vocal about my struggles. I'm vocal to the people that I know and the people I meet. I try to advocate for disability, mental disability as much as I can. Oh, and I forgot to mention, going back to the previous question, remote work or hybrid work would be a big accommodation for many who are disabled, whether physical or mental. Because if we are allowed to work from home and not be stuck in a set time just based on our productivity, it would make things easier. But also, sorry about that. I'm a bit of a mess. That's also I should have prepped more. But as for how I try to provide that better future, I try to engage politically as much as my energy allows, as much as my hyper empathy would allows me, because because of the fact that I have hyper empathy, if things get incredibly rough, if I feel like if I'm surrounded by negativity constantly, I just implode because I just think about why can't I do anything about this? Oh, I'm such a horrible person because I can't fix this. And I try my best though to support people who are in horrible conditions. I try my, if not fiscally, I at least try to bring awareness. I try to talk about things through an empathetic lens. I try to advocate for the people who don't have people to advocate for them. I try to advocate against against the reality that I've lived, so that people don't have to live through what I have struggled to live through. Because I think that for us to move forward, for us to, for me, the traumas I have experienced, I just feel like it's not fair for anyone else to go through that. It's horrible, and I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. So I try my best, at least, to make people aware, so that mm, this shit that this happens, this can happen, and there's got to be ways to mitigate or fix this. A lot of the issues we struggle with today are not things that are going to be fixed in a generation, but at least I want to try.
That's very brave and compassionate of you. Thank you.
Art and stories is, and maybe some, and then some. I found myself apparently, I'm apparently very good at giving speeches that moves people with usage of my analogies and how they then can relate, making them like basically breaking things down in relatable segments that people can then apply to their own life.
I really admire that. I think that kind of mentorship and advocacy is always needed in the disability community.
Hmm.
All right, yo, as we close our time together, I want to give you a chance that you and I, as disabled people, rarely get. And that is a chance to promote yourself, brag about yourself. Maybe you have something cool that you recently did, or you have something cool coming up in the works. So this is just space for you to be your own cheerleader. If you have like any website you want to drive people to, now is the time. Let's hear it.
Hmm. Well, I have quite a few websites that I am actually active on. I have an Instagram, several of them tied to me personally, based on different types of projects. I have two Instagrams for my cats, one my former cat, my late cat that is, and my current cat. But when it comes to me personally, I have two Instagrams that are really important: chunbun.books, or underscore books on Instagram, and chun underscore hyun underscore hyun. No, chun underscore hyun underscore art, which are my art and bookbinding professional sites, or Instagrams. Then I also have a Kara, which is also Chin Art. I have a Kofi, however you pronounce that, uh, also under the moniker Chin Art. And then I also have a Twitch under the moniker of Hyunyo. And if I get to it eventually, maybe I'll tie my Twitch to my YouTube, which would also go by the same moniker of Shunyo, because I do stream there from time to time. I stream both my art and I stream gameplay from time to time. I'm hoping to create more creative, have more creative projects in the future, especially with a friend of mine, because we are very similar and we want to reach more audiences. And she and I just have such great vibes together. And I have my DeviantArt, but I don't really use it anymore unless you want to read my old fanfics. But yeah, as for my art, as for what I'm taking it from here, I think at this, and I think that this fall, I did try to apply for art college this year, and I didn't get in, sadly. I didn't even get to the interview stage. But I'm gonna try again next year. This did, however, was open up the opportunity for me to actually fly back to my roots in South Korea, because I still haven't been. So I'm planning on finally setting foot on the motherland soil this September. Hopefully that's going to improve, or at least give me some inspiration for new art projects in the future. I am open to collabing with people. I have found that with my new tablet that I received in for my Christmas present, I've gotten a lot quicker with my art. So I've developed quite a bit. And if anyone wants to check out my art and see if they're interested and if they want to commission me, we can have a discussion about that. And I also, with my Chinbun books, I sell custom made notebooks that I hand sew and hand bind myself. And I'm using the Coptic stitch, and you get to basically choose a lot of the customizations to make the notebook truly your own. The prices and what is included in the prices is on my Instagram.
Wonderful, thank you. I can put those video links in, sorry, in the description of this video, or those website links, sorry. All right, thank you again. I've enjoyed learning from you, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
Thank you. And I look forward to seeing what more you do.
Thank you. Speaking of that, all right, folks, tune in next time. This is Our Disabled Future, and we're building it one day at a time together. Just like I told Yo, I was rooting for them, I'm rooting for all of you too, and I can't wait to see what you do next. All right, bye everyone.